Hello Facebook ads people. Hello Facebook ads people. Hello Facebook ads people. I'm Konstantinos, and today we're going to discuss why you should be more flexible with your optimization when you're optimizing your CBO campaigns. I'm not saying your ABO campaigns because in this channel we do CBO campaigns. So basically, I need to inform you that before the iOS changes, I used to optimize my ads even 24 hours after the campaign has started. Now, with all the changes, we know that we have a delayed reporting up to 72 hours for United States. In Europe, they say that it's less. I don't believe it's less. I have accounts in Europe. I believe it's 48 hours at least, also in Europe. In Asia, the same situation. So I think that the delayed reporting is changing the rules, and we need to follow these rules based on the fact that this is technical information, and whatever is technical, we need to follow it because it makes sense. What I have seen, and I want to show you just one live example so that you can understand why this is bad, is that back in the day, I didn't used to care if I closed one ad set and it was having a delayed sale later, but now this is happening more and more, so we need to protect ourselves. Of course, you need to see metrics like cost per unique click, CTR, all these kind of things. If you're having checkouts, which is a good indication also, for example, you're having 7 checkouts and 0 sales, you should wait because it means that maybe you will get some reported sales. At the end of the day, I need to point out that I used to do 48 hours, now I do 3 days without touching the ads. Of course, if I see that the campaign it's showing signs that it's going to convert. And of course, something else that is happening is that maybe you have one optimized campaigns and you will see that during the period that it's actually optimized and it's working, you might have a period that you don't have sales and all of them come later. Don't be so fast in closing this campaign that has worked. And let's go on my PC to show you one case like this, which is going to help you understand why you should wait more. Okay, I'm not going to take a lot of your time. Just this example, just to explain. So this is a campaign that I think that started. Let's see if it started at the start of the month. Yeah, it was active. So this campaign from the 1st to the 4th, okay, it was doing pretty well. Then we see from 5 to 8 over here, we see a sudden drop, 1.57. But I didn't close it because I saw this, 29 checkouts, 11. So this ad account is behaving in a ratio of 50% conversion when we see checkouts. So if we have 20 checkouts, we see 10 sales. So for me, this was an indication that maybe we should wait. Okay. Also, I had the indication that this is a campaign that is working already for 2 months. It's optimized. It started with $200 and it's optimizing with 100 pretty well. Then, if we see from the 8 to I think from the 8 to 12, you see it's again on 1.79. Okay, and we're seeing 15 and 40. So I know that more checkouts and they are coming more sales. I was holding over here, okay, because the goal on this account is 2.5 ROAS. But I was holding because I couldn't believe. Also, just to be honest with you, I have also an idea of what is happening because of the Shopify. I could see in Shopify that I have sales, but you know that I'm against that. I'm against of watching the data on different platforms and then deciding what to do with Facebook. So over here, I decided that I'm going to wait because I was watching all of these checkouts and also the fact that I was watching that in Shopify I was actually having good sales. And then look what is happening on the 13th, which was not actually a bad day. So we have 11 sales over here, okay? 11 sales, which means that if we take the account from here to here, now the ROAS actually it's on 2.17, okay, even with the bad days. And if we see the tendency after that over here, we are on 3.06. So this campaign was actually saved because of this delayed reporting and all the sales that came. These 10 sales were not happen, they didn't happen the same day, but this is a very good indication for you to understand that sometimes you need to wait. Now, be careful. What am I saying? I'm not saying, and I'm not doing this video so that you can start gambling with your ads and you're going to let them for a longer period just because you wait for sales. I'm talking about situations that you have a campaign which is working, or I'm not talking about waiting so many days, for example, for a new campaign. I wouldn't wait. Okay, but I'm talking about situations that you had a campaign which is working and suddenly it's not, and you have indications from your Shopify store that things are still doing well. You have indications from checkout that you see an abnormal amount of checkouts when it used to have a different ratio. Of course, this is also an indication for you to check other things like shipping or whatever to see if people are not buying for any reason, maybe stock, whatever. For me, it's very important to understand that I don't want you to start to not care about your ads and leaving them for a longer period just in case that they are going to work. I'm talking about analyzing the data and being flexible, okay? Don't being very strict, because I like to be very strict with my optimization. I'm trying to be more flexible day by day. Sometimes I cannot hold myself. I'm closing ads and I see them later have sales. We have to be a little bit more flexible and we have to be careful of not gambling at the same time, okay? It's a very difficult combination.
Yeah, I wish it wasn't so hard.
But I think that the more you know your ad account, the more you will be trained to that and you will understand how it's working. And of course, with all the technical information like 72 hours and all of that, which can explain a lot of things that are happening. Okay, so don't gamble. Don't gamble.
Don't gamble.
Only analyze the data and try to see if you're going to be more I'm going to say elastic because apparently I cannot remember the word.
Dungers.
Try to be more flexible. Try to be more flexible with your optimization and not gamble at the same time. That's all I had. If you want to learn more about Facebook ads, be sure to check my book and my free course. And until we meet again, guys, be creative and be consistent.